PPIR, 1.3 miles with 12 turns, and we're going 29 laps around this place. Look at turns 3, 4, 5, and 6, all on the left side of the tire forever. The guys are accelerating out of 3, 165 miles an hour. A lot of braking and overtaking into 6.
Well, Brian, the wind down here has been extremely gusty. It's been unpredictable, and the riders are a little concerned about gearing heading off the back straightaway. They say it's going to push them faster than they've gone before and slow them down on the front straightaway. Like I said, it's really gusty right now, so it's one lap. It's going to change. It's going to be different for each time it goes around. Brian?
Well, you can see the flags blowing very strongly in the direction that would be the wind in the riders' faces going up the home stretch, and of course the back stretch in the opposite direction. Yep, with legitimate concerns, Keith.
Definitely, as Buckmaster pulls up there real late to the grid, he'll have the warmest tires here. But yeah, the wind is going to play a role here, as well as a rain shower that just washed through. So we're going to have a green track as we get ready to go green.
Bikes are in gear. The clutches are going to come out in just a matter of seconds. There we go. Damon Buckmaster with a good start, and it looks like a clean one as he gets a big lead going into turn number 1 for the first time. A lot of the bikes getting pushed wide. Oh, 322 is Adam Ferguson.
3 and 4 abreast. Down in turn 2, one guy gets forced off wide there. I don't believe that was one of the factory riders, but looks like it could be Ben Spees.
Look at Tom Kipp, number 10, and on the inside, the 98 bike of Zemke, who comes all the way up from row number 3. He said, I got to get a hole shot. He says, these guys are going to leave me in the dust if I don't get out of here in a hurry. He's already up into 3rd position.
And a meatball flag going out at start-finish line. Somebody jumped the start, but it wasn't in the lead pack. Somebody back in the last few rows of the grid. Here's Zemke now stretching it out over Kipp. Here comes Ferguson up the inside. He'll take Kipp out of 3rd place. Ferguson moves up.
Jake Zemke takes the low line now. He faked right, went left. He's pulled abreast. Buckmaster still leads the lap, and Zemke gets into turn number 1 in the lead.
That spooked Buckmaster. I don't think he expected Jake to get up on his tail so quickly and then around so quickly, but here he goes. He's setting the sail on that Bruce Transportation Group Honda.
Jake Zemke out in front right now, and Damon Buckmaster, for one of the very first times this season, is the hunter rather than the hunted.
Roger Lee twisting it up. You see the Blackies coming off that rear tire. Lots of horsepower here, even despite a 15% loss, 15-20% loss because of the elevation. And we're looking back at Damon Buckmaster and talking with him. His machine, the biggest difference really between this new one and the one previous is that he has fuel injection now, whereas the other bike was carbureted.
And we watch the lead. Here comes Pridmore into 2nd position. Again, making it look easy on the brakes. Will the seesaw move come from Ferguson? No. They're going to stay in that order.
Pridmore is able to hold the bike down and keep it low in the turn. I think I've seen a little change in Pridmore's body posture right now. He knows he can win this race from 2nd place. And it's going to be what he can do with Zemke and then try to prevent any type of a counterattack from Zemke. But we've got 8 laps to go. Pridmore might not show his hand just yet. Here comes Pridmore right up the inside. Zemke kind of lets him through, but see if he counterattacks right away. He's going after him.
Well, Pridmore closed the door on him. He had the throttle in hand, Zemke did, but there was nowhere to go with it. Best race of the season in Formula Xtreme by far here. We've had some runaways by Buckmaster, not today.
This track really promotes riders' talent and not so much the horsepower. Traffic is definitely going to be an issue here for Jake Zemke. We'll see how courageous he wants to feel here right now with the points lead kind of seesawing into Zemke's favor. Buckmaster back now still holding down the 5th position. We'll see when they're going to throw off the courtesy hats and start throwing some punches at each other here.
Both California riders, Jake Zemke from Paso Robles and Jason Pridmore from Ventura, California, so they know each other very well. Jake Zemke right behind him, hoping for a little bit of help from the traffic maybe. Pridmore's
got it.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it. That's going to really hold up Jason Pridmore.
And there's Buckmaster's bike has apparently expired.
I knew there was something going on with that machine, but Zemke's close enough to strike. He's got to get around this lapper, and he does. It'll be a drag race to the finish line, Honda versus Suzuki.
And we know the Honda's got the power. They come up on the banking. It is a drag race, but it looks like Pridmore's got enough advantage to hold on. Jason Pridmore.
Boy, I can't say enough for my Attack Suzuki crew. Whew, that was a tough race. It was hot, and I saw Jake getting away. Actually, I knew he'd be a big threat. He had trouble in qualifying, and I knew that. And he was right there on the first lap. I was like, where did he come from? And
I saw him getting away, and I said, Jason, don't chase him. Just keep your tire under you, keep your tire under you. And I wanted to save it for the last 10 laps. That's what I did. I saved my tire. And, you know, I can't thank Dunlop and Suzuki especially enough, and my attack Suzuki crew.
So Buckmaster has a slender points lead approaching the midway point of the season. We'll be back after this.
Waited till